actually really early to start a stream. Or late, I guess, depending on like how you look at it. But anyway, guys, I don't know, man. I'm just having some good old fun. And all out today. MX versus ATV all out. So anyway, guys, yeah. Just enjoying these first person camera angles. This shit is amazing, bro. I don't know how I'm able to pull this shit. I'm not the best in the world at this game, but I mean, where I come from, bro. You know, where I fucking come from, bro. This is my fucking game series. Oh shit. We quick restarted that shit. I don't know, pop backflip in first person. I'm just checking out the first person camera angles. Oh shit, there we go. We got the thing. I'm just having fun in this game, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. Ah, sweet. Yeah, Superman, seat grab, backflip, bike flip. Let's do a body flip real quick again. There we go. That nice body flip. This game's awesome, bro. Alright, so we got our first body flip in there. Trying to pop a wheelie. Oh shit, no. Ah, we lost contact. Cinematic camera angles look nice. I'm just really excited anyway. The point of making this video is I've been getting some pretty neat little clips here actually, guys. I was share playing with my friend and I've been doing actually really amazing stunts. This bike is amazing. This game itself is actually kind of amazing. Let me go to normal camera angle. Actually, let me add volume to this game. This game has no soul without music, and there we go. That nice bike flip. That would have never made it. But yeah, guys, I've been pulling off some pretty slick tricks here. So what I used to do as a kid is I used to just do all the tricks, like, was it an MX vs ATV, Unleashed and Untamed. I would just do tricks, man. Especially back in like the I would just drive around and fuck around and do races, like you know, season. What is it called? I would do the what do you call it? Supercross bullshit, yeah. Single events. We're gonna go to free ride. This is my favorite fucking map, bro. Definitely don't get a lot of like startup bullshit like you did in Untamed. In Untamed, bro, you could literally there's like what, like 5 or 6, maybe 7 different difficulties in that fucking game, yo. There were like 7 fucking different difficulties in that fucking game. Like, that game had options, bro. This is the one thing that fucking game had. It was fucking options, yo. And I'm not gonna lie, bro. Not even gonna fucking lie, bro. MX vs ATV has really gone down a really shitty path. There's been a lot of DLC for this game, bro. So much so that it just almost feels like none of the content really is here. It just feels like all the content is in the DLC. And to be honest with you guys, I'm not one for buying DLC. So it's probably really good content too. It's probably like really good tracks, really good shit. And to be honest, I've not been an open advocate for this game franchise publicly. I've kept my lust for this game kind of underground and kind of only to my closest friends and buddies that just know that I play these games, because I really don't talk about these games on a regular basis, if that makes any fucking sense. Part of what makes this game, let's refresh. Let me give you a little history synopsis. My fucking history with this franchise is actually very rich. You may not even know it yet. Actually, but we're going way too deep in this water. But dude, if you listen to the music, bro, this is kick-ass fucking music, yo. I'm not a big fan of that whole rap music, but like this badass mixture of like punk music and like I know, if we go back to Untamed, bro, you had some rap music in there. You had Casper from the fucking K, and what was it, Quad Up, I think was the song in that game. That was kick-ass, bro. It was literally rapping about racing quads, dude. Not even gonna fucking lie. They had Disturbed in there, bro. They had fucking Nickelback, yo. They had everything in there, man. And part of the identity of this game is the music, to be honest. It puts me in the mood, you know what I mean? The music is what cues how you should feel about the game, and thus, you know, I mean, that's not the only reason you should feel a certain way about a game, but when I was a fucking kid, you know, I mean, you know, I don't know, man, my childhood, I guess, you know, your childhood perverts kind of how you look at things, man, if that makes any sense. I don't think pervert is your perspective, right? Never mind. I'm using the wrong words and terminology. I'm way too fucking tired. It's like 4 in the fucking morning. Anyway, the way my perspective is, from when I was a kid, I saw like the whole racing dirt bikes, and then you know, I'm like badass punk music, and I'm just like early 2000s. I'm really young, you know, so I'm very impressionable, and I'm just like, oh, this game's badass, bro. This is around the time my dad still had the fucking PlayStation hooked up in the living room, yo. So whatever, my parents are the kind of parents that watch TV, yo. They'd be watching their fucking TV all the fucking time. But when the TV went off and the game came on, you know it had to be a good ass fucking game for my dad to be playing it extensively. So anyway, fucking MX vs ATV Untamed came out, and you know, I guess he had just bought the game to see, you know, is it really what it's made out to be? And so, you know, I saw there were older games like the what was it, Unleashed on the PS2, stuff like that. And this game, bro, this franchise, I've been with it since Untamed. I've owned the previous titles like Unleashed. Unleashed had fucking planes, yo. I think it was Unleashed came out before Untamed, or it was Untamed like the first one in the franchise. I can't fucking remember, I'll be honest. But it was MX. I remember I can confirm that we got Untamed when it first came out, and Reflex. And when Alive came out, I had wanted it for my birthday, and I didn't get it that year or whatever, and so I ended up getting it a little bit later. So I got Alive, and I just didn't vibe with that game very well. I think it was like you had only like what, 3, was it 2 or 3 maps that you had to fucking keep playing until you can unlock the other maps, and you had to get to like level like, was it 10 or 15? I can't fucking remember. It was like either 10 or 15. You had to get to a high level or whatever, and then you don't unlock more maps until you get to level 25. I didn't like that, bro. They should have gave you more maps. At least if they're gonna make you wait to unlock more maps, they should at least give you 5 maps to start off with, and not like 3 or 2. I think that's bullshit, because you're gonna get sick of those same fucking maps, yo. Part of what makes this game so amazing is the maps, right? Your little, you know, your little banking and your little sections and shit like that, where it's like, you know, flat sections and stuff. Yo, we need a whole fucking track editor, yo. Anyway, the whole reason I bring all this shit up, and you're like, none of this shit's relevant right now. What you're saying makes no sense. Get to the point. Cut to the chase. Well, hold on. I'm the kind of motherfucker that's like, well, you know, I'm gonna tell the whole fucking story, yo. I'm gonna tell you the parts you don't even need to know. I'm gonna tell you the whole parts you don't even want to know. You know, I'm gonna tell you everything. So, you know, it's just how I tell my fucking stories, yo. I mean, I leave out the unnecessary, you know, the super unnecessary, but regardless, I was very impressionable as a kid, and so seeing these dirt bike games and, you know, watching the exports and shit, and seeing people do actual freestyling and supercross and shit, as a kid, that was just badass. You know, I never had a dirt bike really growing up, so I would always watch it on the, you know, TV, because my mom, I guess, was too scared to let me ride one. Obviously, I'm into stuff like this now, but I mean, like, I don't race or anything like that, but still, regardless, preferably MX bikes. I was always MX bike over ATV anytime, any day of the week, bro. And you know, part of what made this game franchise awesome to me was just how you could customize your bikes. Like in Untamed, you could change out the colors and shit on like the suspension springs and shit like that, and that just intrigued me as a child, that level of customization. Because you know, I was used to growing up with games like GTA San Andreas and shit, where you could just like respray the color of the car, change out a bumper or two, and you know, add nitro and tune out upgrade the engines and add the speakers to make the music louder and like shit like that, right? Very basic shit. Not really like the level of customization now in these car games. Now you can change out your fucking differentials, your suspension set, you can change out everything, dude, and it's just, even Grand Theft Auto games are not known for their customization on cars. Where some people say that, you know, you can do all this and that, but if you're looking for customization, you have racing games nowadays that are like really modern, and it's become like a modern trend almost, where it's like, you know, you can change out the graphics, you know, you can add graphics kits, you can add you know, your different types of paint, you know, you can change your finish, you can change it from satin to like matte finish, or like even, you know, metallic finishes, which I prefer, or even better, you could do wraps, right, chrome wraps. So I mean, like, you have your options, you know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, it's just been a modern trend in a lot of racing games and titles and shit. So, you know, I don't know, man. It's just, I don't know. But anyway, part of what made this franchise fun for me was the amount of platforms these games would be released on. You remember when the DS was the thing, guys? I had the MX games for like the DS and like the PS2 and the PS3, right? So these games were the shit growing up, man. In my opinion, bro. Then I got into the whole shooters and shit like that. I was always into shooters and like GTA games and shit like that, and story games, but like racing games are like a whole nother thing for me, bro. Racing games are fucking amazing, bro. The objective is very simple. It's to get into first place, because in racing games, to be honest, if you're not first, you're really last. And so obviously having a strong, you know, race focused culture growing up, you know, I love NASCAR. I love for me, Formula Racing is not as fun as NASCAR, but it's something cool. Even just riding around on the dirt bike, I just like doing it, bro. It's like amazing. But I'm more like the stunts type of guy, you know what I'm saying? Like, look at the environments, dude. Like, this is like a beach area, right? So you got a lot of sand to work with here. And so you have that nice terrain. But then again, it's like, you know, you got these nice keys, you know what I'm saying? You're in the Keys, you know, you're in these amazing looking beach locations, you know what I mean? Like, where is this? Like Hawaii, Florida, you know what I mean? Like, decent looking locations, bro. Fucking decent, bro. And, you got your little fucking cruise ships and your fucking sailboats, and I wish they had super yachts in this map. I think there actually is a super yacht in this map, but that cruise ship is not a super yacht, obviously. Yeah, there we go. But like, remember like fucking MX versus ATV reflex? They had the rider's reflex. They get rid of that functionality. I guess it was a bit wonky, man. It's like, because I remember as a kid I'd complain like, why didn't I land that? Or, oh, that's bullshit, because I would hit a corner wrong. And sometimes in this game I do, right, where I hit something incorrectly, and it seems like the game itself doesn't register my landing correctly on an uneven surface, and it's like I fall off the bike. That's the game itself fucking me over. That's not the physics of the game. That's just the game itself, right? But like as a kid, I was like, oh man, that landing's too hard. I don't think I'm gonna make that landing. And so, you know, you kind of clench your ass cheeks together, hoping that you're gonna make that landing, right? Well, in Rider's Reflex, basically, it allows you to jerk the stick properly, and you could pretty much, you know, jerk it, and pretty much, basically, you can make that landing now. Is what it allows you to do. And so, I don't know, as a kid, I just thought that was just so, like, amazing. And so, for me, MX VATV, I say VATV because, well, versus just, I don't know. whatever. MX versus ATV, you know, Reflex was like the shit for me, man. It really was. I liked the freestyling in that game. The game felt much cleaner than like, what do you call it? It felt much smoother than fucking Untamed. But Untamed was like a great ass game. Remember, like in that game, bro, man, they had dune buggies, they had trophy trucks, side by sides. They're called UTVs, I think, or some shit like that. But you know where I come from, we call them side by sides. And you know, man, they're just badass fucking, you know, off-road vehicles, man. You had all that shit, dude. You had fucking, you know, your regular, you know, your MX mini motos, you know, I'm talking about the micro fucking bikes, so, you know, the little 80s and, you know, little 50s and 80s bikes, you know what I mean? But you had your 250s, your 450s, you know, your standard shit, right? Well, you know, that is what it is, right? But man, they don't really have a lot of, like, from what I remember, in these games, man, they don't really have a lot of, like, real brands. They don't have, like, you know, Suzuki and, like, Yanima, Kawasaki, Honda, KTM. They don't have all that, I don't think. The only brands that they really truly have are, like, the clothing attire. Like, you know, they have Fox and stuff like that. But I mean, like, mostly just, like, you know, they just have basic, like, 250s and shit like that. I think, from what I remember, I don't think they really had the real, like, you know, vehicle brands or whatever. I don't think, at least in this game, because I'm seeing a lot of, like, Rainbow Studios makes these games, I think, right, or publishes them, and so Rainbow Studios and, like, Nordic and stuff like that, they have their own in-game brand for their bikes. They make the bikes, which I think is pretty kind of cool that they do that. A little bit of self-advertising, nothing wrong with that in a game like this. But like, yo, imagine though, for real, if they actually had like the actual brands of bikes. I'm assuming that's really expensive to actually get those, you know, to pay for the copyright for those vehicles. That's why I like games that they, you know that the, you know, the fucking, you know that the Desert Eagle in like GTA is like the heavy pistol or the 50 pistol, whatever they call it, right? Well, we all know it's a Desert Eagle, right? Just by the look of it. We all know the assault rifle, it's just called assault rifle. We all know it's an AK. You know what I mean? But they just don't have the licensing to call it the proper name, right? Or whatever the fuck. So anyway, you know, why is this all new? You know, why is this content new? Because I've never done this kind of content on my channel before. Why all of a sudden, right? Why MX versus ATV now? It's not even a trending game. It's not even a fun game. Why are you streaming this dead game? I'm streaming it because two reasons. Reason one, you know, this is the last MX versus ATV game, or at least it's the only one here on the PS4 at the moment. You actually have to get your PlayStation Now or whatever the crap, whatever the hell. Personally, dude, I had PlayStation Now once or twice before, you know, and I get on it, I play the games, and then, like, I don't know, man. It is what it is, right? I'm either go all in or all out, man. I don't like the whole subscribing to something only to have it for a limited time just to resubscribe to it next year. Upon with all the other yearly fucking purchases, you know, for your insurance, your payments, everything else. Money adds up, man, and the more shit you have, you know, with Netflix, Paramount Plus. I don't do the Disney Plus crap. I would do Paramount Plus. I would not do Hulu. I would just do Netflix and Paramount Plus, bro. That's it, bro. And Tubi, but still, Tubi is free, so I don't really give a shit. I'll be guest user my fucking ass on that fucking shit. But nah, seriously, I don't like subscribing to services that I'm going to have to resubscribe to every fucking year. I already have to pay internet bill. You know, you already have to pay internet bill. You already have to pay your car payments and shit like that. Money adds up, man, and so as I'm getting older, making money, or looking at money, the whole way you view money changes, yo. And so for me, the last thing, I mean, I already had to fucking pay to play online, bro, and on the PlayStation especially. I remember back in the PS3, right? You could just hop on that shit, have an internet connection, just hop on that shit and just play. See, that's what makes PS3 more fun, in my opinion. Is you don't even need to fucking pay money to play online. That's bullshit. And it's a shame, man, because kids in this generation won't even know that, bro. Because they never had a PlayStation 3. They'll never know that you never have to. And that's why I always prefer PlayStation over Xbox when I was a kid. Now everything's, you know, pay to do this, pay to do that, yada yada yada. It's like, you pay 60 fucking goddamn dollars for a game. Now I gotta pay 50 bucks a year, you know, 50 to 60 bucks a year, maybe more, you know, a month, right? It costs like, what, 15 bucks a month? There are 12 months in a year, so 12 times 15, that's like over a few $100 a year you're gonna be paying, right? Or you can pay it once a year, you're 40, whatever, right? Well, you oughta, I don't know, man. When you combine all that together, I don't know, man. That's too much fucking money. So for me personally, man, subscribing to PlayStation Now to play old games, that makes no sense. But anyway, when I did have it, bro, they had all the MX versus ATV games. And I was playing the fuck out of that shit, yo. I was playing that shit fucking every fucking night, building my career up and shit. And I mean, I love these fucking games, bro. For two reasons. One, they're addictive. Two, they're simplistic, yo. Three, at least the older games for me, man, they were more addictive because they had more shit to do in them, man. Like in this game, yeah, the only non-MX or non-ATV vehicle is a UTV or whatever you call it, the side-by-sides. That shit's badass and all, but like, yo, man, like I said, bro, you used to be able to race trophy trucks, fucking monster trucks, fucking everything, dude. Doom buggies, fucking you name it, dude. They had it, bro. Chances are it was in the game. Any off-road, you could literally fulfill any of your off-road fantasies all in one game. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know, man, you really got the bang for your buck in the old games, bro. Not even gonna lie. In the modern games, like I said, man, now it's like you're paying like half the fucking game, bro. You're basically buying half of a game now, man. It's like 90% of the side-by-sides, in my opinion, or at least I think in this game, right? Hold on. Go to garage, go to dealership. Let me show this to you, bro. Okay, they do have actual brands of actual things. Yadama YXZ 1000R SSSE 2018, bro. That's View DLC, bro. This is also DLC. All these Yadamas, bro, these are all DLC, bro. Honda, Kawasaki, KTM, Suzuki, all my brands that I fucking love, that are actual real brands, all this shit is DLC, dude. Look at all this shit. Rainbow Studios, we all know that's actually that's a developer for this game. Nordic, THO, Nordic, fucking bullshit. Fucking Rainbow Studios. But look, all the real brands like Suzuki and Yamaha, all this shit's DLC. See that little gold thing next to it? That means it's DLC, yo. So, I mean, you can only really buy and unlock these basic ass vehicles that don't really make too much difference. You feel me, bro? This does have a turbocharger in it, so I might grind just to get this, just for the turbo, you know, whatever. Actually, this has a turbo as well. But all that changes is just like the color scheme, you know? Like what the fuck? There's no like significant difference. I guess you can buy multiple, tune them out differently for different purposes, but what would be the point in that one if you just want to? At any point, you could just, you know, click into the quick menu, go over to garage, go down to tuning, and then just tune whatever you want. Like, you can change your fucking shit, you know what I mean? And don't get me wrong, the whole tuning shit, that's nothing new, bro. That's been in fucking MX versus ATV since fucking Untamed, bro. Like, that's nothing new, bro. You know, I would really... But anyway, why do I bring all this shit up, you might ask? Or one may ask, actually. It's because I hear rumor, big rumor, that they're making a new fucking game. Part of me's excited, part of me's worried, part of me's fucking pissed. Part of me's super excited, part of me's happy, Part of my inner child wants to come out and just scream, fuck yes. My biggest concerns right now to why this may or may not be a flop. I hope that, as you guys can clearly see, yo, if you guys look, like I said, it's like 90% of this fucking game is DLC, yo. Stop with this fucking pay bullshit. These pay barriers and walls and shit. No more fucking DLC modes. I don't want to see a fucking mode that's a DLC. Because look, I can click on to here, click over to fucking events, click on the series, bro, and check this bullshit out, bro. Our single event, check this bullshit out. I go to, is it Arena Cross? Look at all these maps. See the little gold thing next to the name? That means you have to pay to win. See how it says view DLC? Or no, it doesn't say that actually, not on these. But nah, man, you look at these. These are all DLCs, yo. All of these. See how these don't have the fucking... See how these... Look at this shit. Like, what the fuck? Look at this, bro. Look at this shit. These ones right here are not DLC because they don't have the golden thing next to them. That means that they're DLC, yo. Which basically means that, like I said, most of the game is DLC tracks. I guess you buy multiple tracks. I hear that like one of them is like you buy 12 tracks or whatever for like $8 or some bullshit like that. Stop with all that shit, bro. Because it makes it appear, or at least add more content before adding DLC, or at least add some form of free DLC. You know, I'm not asking for a fucking battle pass, yo, or some bullshit like that, right? Where they do it like a battle pass, right? It's like, when you level up, you unlock like new goggles and like new tires and shit. Don't do that. Please, on God, don't do that. Part of me gets a feeling that they're gonna call it like a fucking, some bullshit. I don't fucking know. Like a year one pass or some bullshit like that. I don't. Enough games do that already. AAA titles, nonetheless. Fucking. I don't mind the free games. Like, you know, I don't mind the fucking. You know what I mean? The Rogue Company and like Fortnite and shit like that. I don't play fucking Fortnite. I do play Rogue Company though. But I don't mind when games do shit like that because they're free, yo. They need to make some form of income. This is gonna be, I guess, a AAA title, right? It's a racing game. You know, it's been 3 years since we've last seen an MX game. Part of me felt like the franchise died with this game, almost. Not really. I know a lot of people in the comments who are big fans of this franchise are gonna be like, "The fuck are you talking about? Yo, they actually made progress." And I agree, they did. But like, yo, man, it was like 3 fucking years until we actually heard news or rumor or speculation even of a new MX game, bro. So it's like, for me, it's like, are they done? Is this the last fucking game in the franchise? If it is, I mean, may God rest this game's soul, man, because this game had fucking character, bro. Secondly, I want to see a good soundtrack, bro, and I'm not talking about that rap crap bullshit. You know, a few rap songs, of course, you need, you know, your variety. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Quad Up was a badass song, bro. Like I said, I'm not a fan of rap, bro, but I like that song. You know, they need like that underground 90s and like the early 2000s type vibes. You know what I mean? Even in this, they have some songs, some tracks by what's you call it, The Offspring, which was a 90s band. I think they have The Kids Are Not Alright or something like that. Aren't Alright. No, they have a few other songs by them, I think, in this game. But like, what happened to Authority Zero? Remember when like they had a whole game, right? It was the PSP port to what was that game? MX vs ATV Unleashed, right? And it was called on MX vs ATV On the Edge, and it was like the PSP port of Unleashed. They had a whole fucking... On the Edge was a song by Authority Zero. Authority Zero was like one of the main, like, I guess, fucking bands or whatever that like made this game's identity. That punk rock attitude, you know what I'm talking about? Those vibes, bro. That's what made these games fun. Was those vibes? Because the music, like I said, it's all about music, right? Like, this is what I'm talking about, bro. Quentin Tarantino movies, right? They all have great music in them, bro. Why? Because the music tells you how you should feel about that scene, right? It makes you feel how you should feel about that scene. It adds a different emotional layer to it, right? Well, same thing with racing games, bro. Without good soundtracks, bro, they're just mindless racing with just loud engine noises and shit and no fucking flavor, bro. It's like this, bro. It's like this, dude. It's like you can have your fucking steak, right? You can have your main course meal, right? But what are your sides gonna be, right? Are you gonna have fucking, I don't know, what you'd have with a fucking steak for a side? The steak's good enough, right? Well, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'd like some fucking, I don't know, some potato skins for the side, bro. There you go, man. What else would I like, bro? I don't fucking know, right? Maybe some french fries or some shit like that. Like, what's your side gonna be, yo? It's like, okay, you done ordered your cheeseburger, right? Now, what's your side's gonna be, bro? Chicken nuggies? You know, chicken tenders, maybe? I don't know. Maybe some french fries? I don't know, mainly the same. Or hell, maybe even fucking some fat ass motherfucker may be like, I want another cheeseburger, you know? So I mean, like, what's your side gonna be, bro? What the fuck side you gonna choose, bro? Well, let's say, you know, you ordered a bucket of chicken and you want some gravy to go with it? Like, come on now, dude. Like, what's your side gonna be? I think it should be about music, dude, because having a good punk rock soundtrack, and a lot of racing games typically, like, you know, R&B and shit like that, and I don't mind, you know, it's the game, you know, it's a style. I was playing, like, Need for Speed Heat, you know what I mean? And I like the, you know, I like alternative rock and, like, you know, metal and shit like that, especially the 90s new metal and shit like that, but mainly grunge, right? But I'm like, alright, what are the rock soundtracks gonna look like, bro? I mean, I look at a game like Grand Theft Auto fucking 4, bro. That game had a great variety of music. It had its rap, it had its reggae, it had its fucking everything, dude. It had Russian music in that fucking game, yo. Like, where's the variety gonna be at when it comes to the music category? I don't know, I'm not asking for much. I'm just asking, like, come on, bro. Like, see this kind of music I like listening to when racing dirt bikes. This game has a decent soundtrack, but I don't like the fucking techno fucking skrill it dubstep bullshit that they put in this game. I get it, it's trying to fit with the time, but dude, no, man, it just does not fit the vibe of this, bro. Now, rap could easily fit the vibe of this, bro. Quad Up, bro, that song's literally about racing fucking dirt bikes. Granted, there's not a lot of rap songs about racing, you know, quads and dirt bikes, but granted, I mean, you gotta have some good variety, dude. I'm not asking for much, dude. I'm just asking for just a much more flavorful, like, I don't know. They should go to MX versus ATV Untamed for inspiration. That's the kind of vibe I want to feel. I want to open up this game straight out of the fucking packaging seal just to see, just to like plug it in and hear this wonderful music, right? That's gonna set me right in the mood. I don't even care if there's only like 8 tracks in the game, bro, for you to race. I would still have a good time, you know, doing bullshit to it. Secondly, or more importantly, the tracks themselves, bro. This game has some good tracks, bro. I'm not gonna lie, they have some pretty decent tracks. Though unfortunately, I'm not able to experience a lot of them because, well, a lot of them are pay to win. Not pay to win, but what do you call it? Pay barriers, right? You gotta pay for some of these tracks, bro. What the fuck? I get it. You know, they gotta make some sort of money after, you know, whatever, right? But like, yo, they need to add a lot more fucking content to the game before, like you saw that shit, bro. Fucking the indoor fucking, we go to events, bro. I don't, like I said, bro, look at this bullshit. Single event, arena cross, it's all DLC, yo. All of it, bro. Like, come on, dude. Why even add this here? Why add this here if you can't even use it, yo, unless you're paying money for it? Nationals, look how many you have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 13 fucking maps, 13 fucking tracks. That's a good number, right? Alright, 13 solid, right? You can, you know, it's 13 different national, you know, whatever, right? But look how many pay to win maps there are. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That's badass, bro. Lucas Oil. That's badass. I like that branding. The Fox Raceway National 2020. I have to re-fucking start that fucking that track. I've seen it on TV and stuff. That's a badass track. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. That's like 26 or 27 fucking maps, bro. That's almost double your 13, right? That's double your 13 default maps. 2020 Florida National. I guarantee you all these 2020 maps. So I guarantee it got split in half, right? So it's like, I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know, man. But they Open Cross. I mean, true. They only have 2. Goat Farm Trail forward, Goat Farm Trail reverse. That's just the same map, only reversed and forwarded. That's badass. Supercross, yeah, they have a few good little sections right here. Waypoint, they only have 1. Freestyle, they only have 1. The Slash Battleground. This is actually a badass looking map. I like the neon lights in it. I've seen videos of it. But like, I don't know, man. It's like, yo, they need to just add more content, yo. Like, I mean, in general, how do you add more content? Well, if you add more, like, I don't know. Imagine if they added, like, I don't fucking know. Imagine if they added rally cars, off-roading rally cars and shit, and trophy trucks and shit again. Here we go. This is a badass song. Let's go. Let's go. We're getting it, bro. Let's go. Let's get this shit. Alright, none of that shit worked. Alright, we need to build up more speed. You know, why don't they add like a BMX bike with like a motor added to it? Like, yo, imagine that in a game like this. Like, that would work. It wouldn't really truly be an MX bike, but I mean, you know what I mean? Like, yo, imagine them adding, like, you know, the golf carts and, like, all the other shit they had in the other games, bro. If I remember correctly, in Unleashed, I think they had, like, stunt planes, right? Like, yo, why don't they go back to adding the cool shit, bro? I mean, yeah, these are off-roading vehicles. Imagine, like, I mean, they did add the trophy trucks, you know, in, Untamed. But, yo, I mean, if I'm not mistaken, bro, the developers to this game released a game about monster trucks, yo. We know this, they can make monster trucks, and we know that the monster trucks have been in the games for like a long time, bro. Since not really, I take that back. They've been in the game since the original start of the game, right? But I mean, right, when you look at other, like, this is not the only MX, like, moto game out there, bro. You gotta understand that, right? When we think about, like, MX moto games, you know, what do we think about, you know? I guarantee a lot of us think about the Monster Energy official game, you know, motocross games and shit like that. And I think a lot of us think about the official ATV games and stuff like that. But, like, at the same time, it's like, yo, what's gonna make this game unique compared to those games? What's gonna make this game so much better than those other games? Well, for one, dude, there's not really much else that could really make this game much better than those other games, you know what I mean? And I just gotta be honest with you right there, man. There's just not a lot of ways that you could truly make this game better than those games. One way to do that, to make the game better, is to freaking add more vehicles, yo. That's what made MX versus ATV Untamed just such a memorable game. And I was racing fucking dune buggies and shit like that and monster trucks, not to mention the different kind of body kits for the monster trucks and trophy trucks, side-by-sides, fucking you name it that was in the game, bro. I can only imagine if they added like those rally racing drift cars into this off-road rally racing cars into this game and have that be like a side mode, yo. I'm not saying it has to be like, it could even be a DLC. I wouldn't even give a shit. That would just be adding additional content, and that's the kind of shit I want to see. I want to see them add a shitload of fucking content. Hell, I want to see the fucking stunt planes come back. I want to see the mini motos come back. The really tiny motos. Hell, maybe even add a twist of adding like street racing bikes with off-road tires or custom made for like, you know, off-road racing. You know, street bikes custom made for off-road racing. It's unrealistic, I know. But, you know, maybe that's the kind of content we need to start seeing. We need to see a lot more vehicles and a lot less DLC. We need to see a lot more customization. And I mean, you know, the rider customization, I would like a little story mode to be added to it. You know, some racing games do that, right? Some racing games do the little story mode crap where you start off and you have to build up your career. You know, and some people like it, some people really fucking don't. I get it. I understand. It is what it is, right? But at the same time, yo, you know, when we focus about the racing and shit, I mean, this game's physics are kind of wonky. I'll admit it. I remember when the physics were a lot more, like, restrictive. Now it's like, way too free and too all out, I guess you could say. It feels like this game tries to go all out with, like, its ridiculous physics. And it feels like when I go airborne sometimes, if I rack up enough speed, I can do, like, pretty ridiculous shit. Oh, there's people in there. I like how they have these little sections out here, yo. Imagine having like a live rock band playing, yo. Not to be able to hear it, but yo, look at this shit, bro. Look, bro, check this shit out, bro. Look at these vehicles right here, bro. Looks like one of these are. It looks like these are one of them like John Deere side-by-side looking things. You know what I'm talking about? Imagine they added these to the game, yo. I would enjoy riding those narrow things, man. Those small little things. I wouldn't even give a fuck, bro. I would be racing those with my friends and playing bumper cars with them, bro. Imagine they have a track editor in this game, bro. Like, they can do so much with the next game, bro. Like, come on, guys. And I'm not talking about the whole pre-made bullshit either. I mean, it should have some pre-made, like, bumps and, you know, stumps and shit like that. And turns and cornering. But, like, imagine being able to, like, calculate, like, the exact amount of degree of banking you have around certain turns and shit. That's the kind of shit I want to see in the next MX game, bro. Granted, I mean, fucking, what's it called? Even Unleashed had a fucking map editor in the game. That was only in the PC, and, you know, I mean, you know, modders can easily do it, man. Why can't a AAA, you know, why can't a good studio with good money, with a AAA title, release a good map editor? It don't even have to be decent. Just having a map editor, being able to make my own maps and shit. Imagine that. Imagine being able to have a choice, too. Imagine being able to, like, choose what kind of, like, are you going to be in an arena, or are you going to be an indoor, or outdoor? Okay, what kind of arena do you want? Like, what size? Big or small? And, like, imagine you can make your own tracks, yo, and place objects into the thing, bro. And be able to, like, imagine being able to, like, dig, like, you know, little gaps and shit. Imagine that, like, an in-game tool to dig. You know, imagine if they gave you, like, imagine if you could operate, like, I don't know, one of these, like, I don't know, you know, it'd be really fucking badass if they added, like, See how they have these really small like mini track hose and shit right here, man? Imagine if they let you use these to like dig holes and shit, bro. Operate those type machines. Imagine operating construction equipment to literally make your own track. That sounds ridiculous. That sounds way too complicated and it's unrealistic. But imagine if it lets you do that, bro. Like, true, it would be kind of awkward because you'd be driving it around and trying to have fun with it and shit like that. But I mean, like, I don't know, man. But they need to do something with it, and it shouldn't be like The Sims, right? It shouldn't try to be all too much, because then it gets way too complicated and non-user friendly. And I think people would try too hard to make certain things against, you know, certain physics of the game, and it wouldn't work. But at the same time, you gotta kind of understand, yo. Imagine if, I don't know, man. I want to see them do a lot with the next game. I want to see what the next game has to come, but bro, they need style, bro. You know, the S rank in games is style, bro. I gotta say that, bro. The S rank in games is style, bro. How they accomplish things and how they achieve them, and the style in which they do. For instance, right, we'll point to, like, I don't know, fucking FIFA games, right? What makes you think people buy those games, bro? It's the same sport, right? Whatever. What's the style of that fucking sport that keeps people interested in it, bro? It's the style, man. As lame as that sounds, like, I'm at Call of Duty, right? It's a good game, right? Why is it a good game? You can play a million other shooters, but why Call of Duty? It's the style of it, yo. It's how the game sets out to accomplish its goals, is the style in which it does it. Right? Like, you could play a million shooters about the military, bro. You know, or whatever. But why would someone want to play Black Ops 1, right? It's a fucking style, yo. What made people play zombies? Or what makes me actually prefer Black Ops 1 zombies over Black Ops 3 zombies? Well, the fucking style, yo. It's the way the game looks and the way the game feels when you play it, man. That's what makes it so... I don't know, that's what gives it its unique feel, it's the style. So like I said, you can play a million racing games, but why would you play Need for Speed? It's the fucking style of it, yo. It's the way the game feels when you play it, right? The style. Obviously, mechanics and physics come into play, but like, for instance, I can play World of Tanks, so I'd play War Thunder. Well, War Thunder, I like the style of War Thunder. I like the music, the main menu, so, you know, the way the main menu's set up. I like the way the tanks look. I like the way you can inspect the armor. True, it may not be as, like, I don't know, indulging as World of Tanks, but I like the style of War Thunder more. I like how you could choose airplanes and, like, naval ships and, like, shit like that, yo. Whereas in World of Tanks, it's all about the tanks and shit. And, what's it called, man? What made Borderlands awesome, bro? If you guys even know what Borderlands is, man. And Borderlands a looter shooter, right? I could play Destiny as a looter shooter, or oh, I could play, you know, this or that. Well, you know, man, to be honest with you guys, Borderlands had a style to it, right? It had that, like, cel-shaded comic books like graphics that made the games look unique, and that style made it like you could recognize that game and you could see someone playing that game and you automatically knew what game they were playing before they told you what game they were playing, bro. It's like MX versus ATV. When you look at these games, bro, next to other really beautiful looking graphics games, you probably won't tell on first glance what the hell is the difference, unless your first glance is seeing this. Hold on. Seeing that. Hold on. Oh, get further back. I'm gonna change out my camera angle to be a little bit further. There we go. Unless your first camera angle is seeing that, MX versus ATV, then you're automatically gonna know what fucking game we're playing. See, look, imagine this. My point exactly. You can see these MX versus ATV logos and shit. Right? Then you know what game it is. But I want this game to have like a badass style that makes it to where you can recognize the game. And that's really hard to do with a game as repetitive as this. And I don't mean this as repetitive isn't a bad thing. Repetitive isn't always a bad thing. You know, sometimes doing the same thing over and over again has a rhythm to it, has a style to it, right? It keeps you coming back for more. Like for instance, like I was arguing with my buddies, or having a debate actually, rather, a very peaceful debate. I wouldn't call it arguing, but you know, I hang out with, you know, I'm 18. You know, sometimes, you know, when I was younger, I used to hang out with little kids too on the game, bro. They were like a little bit younger than me, and now we're all kind of grown up. Now these kids are like, you know, starting off in high school, and you know, I just graduated high school, and it's like these guys play like Fortnite and the new Call of Duties every year, and you know, we had this debate. When I'm like, why would you ever pay for like NBA 2K whatever, right? When it's literally the same game rebranded each year. There's almost no difference besides a few physics and customizations. You know what I mean? That's how I feel about those games. What makes these games so much better than an actual basketball game when we break down the core of it? Well, there's so much more to do in these kinds of games than in games like that. Games like that, you're only playing one game, basketball, and like a few like side game modes, right? I don't know if side game modes even exist in basketball games. I don't know, does war exist in basketball? And the NBA 2K titles, you know, I'm talking about the... Was it war or was it pig that was like a basketball, like, I don't know, thing to play? Like it wasn't a basketball game per se. It's like you had to spell out some letter, or you had to spell out pig or some shit like that. I can't fucking remember. Do they even have game modes like that? I don't think they do, to be honest. I could be wrong. But yeah, no, I gotta be honest. What makes games like this better? Well, I mean, like I said, bro, in MX versus ATV Untamed, bro, you could race monster trucks, you could race so much shit. And they had a whole career mode, yo, and they had championships and shit like that. Well, imagine if they added the whole title cards, bro. You know how in like Call of Duty games you have like your calling card and like your emblem and your shit like that. Imagine unlocking like shit like that in this. Like a banner, right? I don't know. Imagine for every racetrack you win, you get like a like, I don't know, for your banner, it's like a picture or overlay of what that arena looks like. And like for your emblems, they can have like a scorching tire, like a bike motor, a helmet next to some boots, and I don't know, a 250 two-stroke bike, you know what I mean? And then you have like a title, right? It's like you can title yourself the champion or all-star. You can earn like the amateur title. You can earn, you know, all kinds of badass titles, right? And it all comes in like winning like a seasonal events. If they have a decent community backing on a game like that, I don't even think MX vs ATV could even do something like as complicated as that. I'm not saying they can't, but I'm not saying that they would either, because that shit's gonna take way too much time. But they've had 3 years to develop the game. I'm assuming it's in its latest stages of development, where they're just tweaking the game to like work on a physical level, updating a few of the features. Now, like I said, this whole topic of conversation is going everywhere, you know. Get to the point, SM. What are you talking about at this point? Well, I think it's about time we get to that. My biggest concerns with this, and before I start over, we've been talking about my biggest concerns, right? What my history with this franchise. I love this fucking franchise. Even that horrible MX vs. ATV Alive, and even the Supercross Encore and Supercross, I accept those games. But where, in my opinion, the franchise really shines are the titles like, I don't know, Unleashed and Untamed and Reflex. Those are the three big titles in this franchise. That was like the golden era where they were released back to back, and this franchise was looking like pristine. Nothing could compete, in my opinion. And now, I mean, what else do we have, man? The Monster Energy official, bullshit. We have a few other games that are, lead competitors in this world. But, I mean, MX versus ATV, when you say that, man, a lot of things go through my mind. But when I hear people talk about these kinds of games, a lot of things go through my mind. Because I'm like, this is a very underappreciated franchise in racing games. Maybe it's because you could do so much in these games. They pack a bunch of content in them, because it's not just about like Supercross, it's not about freestyling. Hell, it's not even about the fucking argument between MX bikes and ATVs. It's like, both get their fair share, man. I prefer bikes over quads. So when I see my best friends picking quads, I'm like, I wonder why they do that. And I see they perform really well. I'm actually genuinely impressed, because I don't perform so well on a quad. I remember they had that one event or whatever, or those one, it was a series, and you had to complete in MX versus ATV. Oh, my bad. Untamed, and you had to use quads in the nationals, I think, right? Like the first time nationals, right? And I had to use an ATV for the first time, and I'm like, this feels really fucking different, yo. Now, I mean, we got these outstanding graphics. Like, yo, look at this graphics, bro, on this PS4 Pro. I wonder what this game looks like on the PS5, bro. I bet you it looks clean, dude. I bet if you had like a 4K TV, obviously having good graphics is going to be a key selling point to this game, bro. The cleaner graphics you have, the better like graphical physics that you have, the better things look, the better the game's naturally going to have an appeal for younger audiences, bro. Because younger people like to see good-looking graphics, bro. Because a lot of young people that I know, like I said, most of my friends are like their late middle school years, early high school years. So when I talk about games with them, bro, a lot of them end up like, the first thing they talk about almost every time is like graphics, man. Like, oh, this game has these kinds of graphics, and this is what makes this game good. Well, I mean, I gotta be honest, man, graphics don't mean everything. But it actually has a huge part to play in, like, what do you call it? Physics, right? The way that the physics are going to look and apply on with the graphics. Will the graphics interfere with the way the game is played? If the game looks so good, it could look beautiful. It can look pretty much pristine. It can look gorgeous. It can have that beautiful style to it. But when it interferes with the way the game plays, like how many frames it can run whenever you're running and shooting, and too many things are happening all at once on the game with good graphics, it could really bug and break the game. So you have to have that perfect balance, right? In this game you're racing, what's the worst that can happen? I'll tell you what's the worst that can happen. Doing a fucking, I don't know, a front flip stunt. Like, let's say you're doing a front flip knick-knack somehow, right? Or some shit like that, right? Like that. Imagine if I did a tsunami and a backflip comboed like that. I don't know, man. I don't know what would happen. But I'll tell you this much, man. The first-person gameplay in these games has really evolved. I can actually play this game in first person, actually. And I guess that's why I enjoy this so much, is I could literally play this game with so many different camera angles. It's just almost unreal, actually, how many camera angles I could play in. Almost all of them, bro. And I can do it comfortably, too. The music in this game takes like a 2017 type music, right? And adds like the missing tracks, right? Like the whole what do the kids now listen to? What I really hope is that they really, like I said, they just don't add way too many of the same types of, you know, rap crap and stuff. I want a good variety of music. I want a lot of like those 90s tracks, bro. Not a lot of games have a lot of 90s grunge, and grunge is sort of like, I don't know if you guys pay attention to music or not, man, but grunge is coming back, bro. It's been trending for a while now. It's been trending since like 2018, right? And everywhere I go, man, there's usually always somebody out there wearing a Nirvana t-shirt. You know what I mean? You'll find that one motherfucker out there that wears a Nirvana t-shirt every fucking day. I'm just saying, man, grunge is coming back. I'm not saying they have to have grunge music per se. Particularly, I like post-grunge music more. I want to see Puddle of Mud tracks on the next MX vs. ATV game, bro. I want to see Psycho by Puddle of Mud, or like Control by Puddle of Mud, or hell, even if I'm lucky, I'll get fucking Out of My Head by Puddle of Mud, bro. I want to see Puddle of Mud in the next soundtrack. Now, Nickelback would be bad for marketing, because Nickelback has been such a memed band. Not even gonna lie, but like, they had Nickelback in like, they had Nickelback songs in like the old MX games. They had that one song, the Nickelback, and MX vs. ATV Untamed. You know, they had Disturbed, they had fucking Zebra Head, they had, you know, oh, they had everything, bro. They had NoFX, bro. They had, what's that band called? They had Pennywise, they had so many bands, bro. So many, like, underground, like, music's so underrated by today's standards. Like, if you were to play the soundtrack for MX vs. ATV Untamed, I guarantee you, nobody would know where that's from if they were born after the year of 2005. I guarantee you, nobody would know what the fuck you're playing. I guarantee it, bro. I guarantee it. I want to see the Black Eyed Peas make it on the fucking, I want to see Dynamite make it back. Remember that song? Fucking Dynamite by the Black Eyed Peas, bro. Remember fucking Dynamite, bro? Light this up. Nah, that would kill the mood, bro. That would not work in a game like this. Songs like this, right, that have like a solid sound to it. Songs like this would make it. I want to see Greta Van Fleet, bro. Greta Van Fleet. Let's think about the music now. What kind of music now would be trending, right? Greta Van Fleet would probably be one of them. You know, I hope they don't do 21 Pilots, man, because 21 Pilots was trending when this game came out. And, like, you know, they didn't really do anything with 21 Pilots, right? I want to see, what's that band, I want to see Cheeseburger make it onto the list of music here. You know, the band that does the song Coming Home, and what's another good song? Oh, a song I would prefer to see on here would be Tight Jeans by fucking Cheeseburger. That would be fucking decent, bro. It would be badass if they let you, like, ban music, right, that you don't want to listen to, and save the music you want to listen to, and you can create your own custom playlist, right? And let's say you can have, like, 6 or 7 playlists, right? Let's say you want a playlist for stunts. Let's say you want a playlist for Supercross. Let's say you want a fucking playlist for your fucking monster trucks or some shit like that. I don't know. That would be a really cool mini feature, right? That could have been in the old MX games, right? But somehow it does not make it onto a modern MX game. See, they should jam-pack the game with content. That would make it sell a lot better, man, I'm telling you. You can add your DLC, and then you can add your DLC, like, body kits for your monster trucks. So like I said, you can do that off-road rally racing cars. You can add rally racing to this game. what I want to see, and I don't care if they add it to the DLC vehicle, because I will buy it, bro. Imagine a Honda CR 500, 1994, 1998 model, roundabout. That bike will humble me, bro. I will be so humbled that I would ride. That would be my go-to bike for everything, bro. But I mean, imagine they had the Yanima Banshee, bro. My friend was telling me about it. Like, the Yanima Banshee's the shit, bro. And that is the best fucking, you know, ATV. Well, why don't they add it to this game, bro? I wonder if, you know, I remember the old fucking MX versus ATV commercials, bro. Hold on, bro. Let's pause for just a second. Let's take off the music. Settings. Audio. I don't think anybody's watching the stream. But if somebody is out there, man, you know, you're greatly appreciated. So much. So fucking much. But I'm gonna play a motherfucking trailer. I'm thinking about getting a PS5 and a PS2, so I can play my old games and also play new games. So I mean, I'm kind of in between, right? Got a PS4 and a PS3. What should I?
Upgrade to download videos and watch anywhere at any time. Try our student plan free for 1 month.
Here we go.
Rated E for everyone.
There we go.
Off-roading fantasies are about to come true.
The blonde and the brunette, and I want
One of them anyway.
what the hell? Off-roading fantasies.
Dude, the download is finished.
Wake him up out of his daydream, yo. That's awesome.
What about us?
Download the demo today.
That's awesome, bro. PSP, PS3, Xbox 360, Nintendo DS. Had it for the PS3 and Nintendo DS. Of course, the DS and the Nintendo console had to sell something. That's back when Nintendo was still a trend. Now Nintendo's ass. I mean, they had the Switch, I guess. That's their dominant console. I mean, Sega didn't know. They ran Sega out of business. I mean, let's be honest real quick. That's just a goddamn shame, right? You know. You Sega fans out there. I'm with you with the Sega Genesis, playing Mortal Kombat, using the blood code cheat to get the gore factor under the game. But I'm getting way off topic. Not talking about Mortal Kombat, Call of Duty, and Borderlands all in one video about this fucking game. Anyway, guys, yeah, no, man, that's my childhood, bro. This is my childhood. You're toying with my childhood right now. You're breaking my heart when you're fucking touching this game. You're breaking my heart. So I don't want to see them cheese dick this game. I don't want to see them cheese dick this new MX game. They've cheese dicked All Out. And I've seen All Out, like, on shelves still. Like, people have been pissed about this game, yo. And that's nice that they had an alternative vehicle. I mean, it's only one alternative vehicle, which is better than nothing, but... Still, like, why not add vehicles that matter, like the dune buggies? Like, you know, why add the side-by-sides, yo? Why add these things, man? The you know... Well, let's equip one. I keep bullshitting about them. Well, let's fucking equip one, you know? The fucking... What are they officially called? I fucking forget. Goddamn. It won't let us, will it? Here it is. Here it is. Yeah, the UTV, bro. These things, bro. These are the only alternative vehicle, bro. Light bar. That's badass. You can change out the light bar. In front, that's really badass. What about the graphics kit? Only 2 graphics kits? Okay, not gonna lie, bro. This graphics kit is the fucking shit. This thing is the tits. Splinter is okay. This is a fucking moto options pretty badass, and ride 365 is badass. I can customize the seat options. I would really appreciate it if they added like more options. Not gonna lie, 1 or 2 options, having 1 default and 1 custom. That's not enough options, bro. That's not enough customization for me, bro. That's just not enough customization for me, dog. Chassis. These make literally no difference. Hold on. The morning sky is out, where it's like a really bright bluish gray. That's beautiful. Here today is supposed to be really beautiful, so I'm going to go to the pool and flirt with lifeguards. But still, no facts, no kidding, no bullshit. Alright. Now that we're in this monstrosity, let's just enjoy this. Not gonna lie, the driving mechanics in this are amazing. And you know, maybe this was like their way of toying with us. Maybe this was their way of being like, well, you know, we're not gonna give you monster trucks because we're not sure how the driving physics would work in first person, or how they would feel like with modern day standards. So this is what we're gonna give you. And they're gonna port the physics from this over to the next game, right? The whole steering wheel and shit like that, the way this card works, and they're just gonna port it over with monster trucks and change the vehicles, but keep the physics with this mostly the same. That'd be badass. I like these UTVs. I know some people call them side by side. I call them side by sides, but yeah, I've been able to pop backflips with these things, man. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I've been able to do it. I might try to do it. I might need to do a whole loop around the map just to do it. So after this, you know, I might get off, but still. Yeah, no, guys, I don't want it to be like this. I know a lot of intense race fans are like, I want to see like manual clutch controls and shit like that, and I'm like, well, look, man, that's gonna be really fucking complicated in a fucking video game. I'm sure it can be done, but yo, personally, I don't really want no overly complicated fucking control scheme. I want it to be simple and arcadey. I get it, the sticks and the whole way that the bikes work should stay the same. The bikes, they feel amazing. They ride the way I want them to. The ATVs feel clean. They feel easily controllable. and they feel much more like better on turns and stuff. But I gotta be honest. I gotta say the truth where the truth is due. This game needs variety, and with that being said, I mean, being able to pop wheelies on this is sick. Look at that shit. I can pop wheelies on this, brother. What the fuck? I can literally pop fucking wheelies on this shit. Imagine being able to like do 360s in a thing like this. Let me go to free ride. And let me go to a big open map. But you guys, please get where I'm coming from though, man. Yo, imagine if they added fucking, yo, dude, no. This should be the next thing they should add, bro. They should add all those vehicles I was saying, man. Trophy trucks, dune buggies, side-by-sides, the UTVs, the golf carts, the MX bikes, the MX mini motos. They should even add the fucking big-ass ATVs, the super deluxe ATVs, like the 600s. And they should add fucking monster trucks. They should add fucking everything, right? Stunt planes, right? I said stunt planes, right? Yeah, so stunt planes, man. Imagine that. You can get your piloting license or whatever that has its own flight mechanics. True, they don't have to be really intense, and all the stunt planes could literally be reskins. It won't even have to matter. I wouldn't care as long as it's in the game, right? Stunt bikes. Rally racing, right? But imagine this, bro. Imagine this, bro. And it's gonna sound so horrible. Hear me out. Just hear me out, bro. Imagine speedboats and, I know, it's going extreme. That's what they should call it, bro. MX versus ATV Extreme Off-Road, bro. They should call it something like that. Some bullshit like that, right? Extreme. Extreme what? Extreme bullshit. That's what, dude. We're gonna have so many fucking vehicles, bro. It's not even gonna basically be a front flip. That's fucking dope. Bro, I'm not even gonna lie, bro. If they add fucking like speedboats and like what do you call the other things, bro? Jet skis? Yeah, dude, I would literally be fucking pissing my pants. Yo, I want to see the trailer, bro. I want to see it like, you remember the old MX versus ATV Untamed startup fucking video, the startup cinematic, where it does the duh, and it shows all the different vehicles or whatever, bro. That's what I want to fucking see, bro. Exactly what I want to fucking see. Did I just 360 in this thing? I just 360'd in a fucking side-by-side. I shouldn't be physiologically allowed to pull that. But yeah, stunt planes, bro. Stunt planes and like those jet skis. Maybe not speedboats. Maybe that's pushing it too far. But fucking, yo, think about that though. Speedboats, you could really pull that off in a game like this, bro. Think about it, dude. You could like, I don't know, you could do cool stunts on it, right? Like imagine they put like one of them floating ramps or whatever, bro, and you get air on that shit, and then you could just do like, you know what I'm saying? You could do fucking, I don't fucking know what you could do in there, man. Imagine doing a lazy boy in that shit or some shit like that. Or imagine doing like a ninja knack or some shit. Yo, that would be fucking dope, yo. A double backflip, bro. A double backflip and a motherfucking side-by-side, yo. Nonetheless. 3 front flips, 2 back flips for a total of 5 fucking flips, yo. 5 fucking flippity floppity, bitch. And we're popping the wheelie, and we're popping that wheelie. 360, wheelie, front flip, and back flip are the only stunts you could really do in this monstrosity. Which is okay. I mean, at least it can do stunts and something like this, right? Imagine if you couldn't be able to pull stunts like this. Like, that's easy ass 360. Even though you shouldn't, physiologically speaking, be allowed to pull this fuckery in something like this. I'd imagine that they'd add like off-road rally drifters and shit like that in a game like this, but I don't want that. See, I don't want too many like ridiculous vehicles. Maybe like an off-road muscle car, like imagine like a Dodge Charger or some shit like that, an off-road muscle. Where it's like it's a muscle car, but it's got like the off-road tires and it's got the off-road suspension. You know what I mean? Imagine they had like something like that, but like I don't want that, bro. I really don't want that. Like I said, trophy trucks, I want them to stick on brand, bro. Imagine getting trophy trucks back. Imagine getting customized trophy trucks, and imagine having, like I said, maybe off-road cars. Remember, with off-road kits, with like lift kits and shit like that, and it's all off-road based and shit. That may work, but at the same time, it's like I really don't want that. But it would work, and I'd accept that if they add that to the game. But like I said, side by side to most of the off-road vehicles intended, right? Monster trucks especially, trophy trucks. Yo, and when you hit the fucking finish line, yo, imagine if it shot up fireworks or some shit like that. Imagine if they like made it actually exciting to win. Like that would be something amazing. Imagine if you can customize your character more, like change their hair color, eye color, their shit, create like, you know, all kinds of shit, man. I don't know, man. They don't have to do everything I asked, like I said, but seeing a huge roster of fucking vehicles, yo, that would be something just totally out of the fucking blue. Technically, this is off-road, and technically on water is off the road. It's on the water. Being in the air, well, I'll tell you, like, I'll tell it to you like fucking Doc Brown told Marty. Where we're going, we don't need roads. They're going to fucking fly on fucking off. And the fucking stunt planes, right? The little stunt planes, micro stunt planes. Or it'd be really badass if they added those ultralight helicopters, if you know what I'm talking about, little ultralights. Imagine doing cool shit in those. That'd be badass as shit. Imagine they had a whole championship story mode board bullshit, right? Where you're like, you're winning races, you're doing your bullshit. Well, imagine this, dude. Imagine they have you jump buses like fucking Evel Knievel on a MX bike, dude. I mean, like, he did it in a fucking street bike, yo. Imagine doing it with a dirt bike. Imagine jumping buses. Imagine doing crazy, slick stunts like that. Imagine unlocking, like, an Evel Knievel style, like, street bike that's, like, designed for stunts. I don't know. Imagine getting something like that, right? The shit would work, bro. And I would allow it to work. But for the most part, man, it would be really badass if we can actually get fucking... I've never seen a game where you could truly race, like, what do you call it, jet skis, except in, like, GTA has it, right? But who really gives a fuck about that? That's a very minor side mode. It's a side mode to a side mode. It's like racing a side mode, right? But imagine that, though, dude. Fucking imagine that shit, though. You're, like, fucking... You're doing your fucking, you know, you're controlling against the water. You'd add so much water physics to the game. You'd be able to make it so that like your bikes perform different in water and stuff like that. Your off-road vehicles handle water differently. And so imagine adding tracks with like small little giant puddles, right? That are like 2 or 3 inches like deep, right? And you're like going through these small like little puddles and shit. And like they have mud and shit, and so it slows you down a little bit. I don't know, man. Like adding various like water physics to the game would be very badass. But then again, would it work? I don't fucking know. I'm not a developer. Either way, I'm excited for the new MX game. My biggest concern before I go, Will it be for the PS4 and the PS5? Will it be for current and will it be for last and, I hate saying it, but current generation? I still want to say future generation consoles, because really the PS5 is still really new. It's not the current console, it's still the new console. In my opinion, the current console will still always be the PS5 for right now, because, well, the PS5 is just so hard to come by without it being $1,000, and so retailers are now selling it for $500, limited time only, and people are just buying them out, bro. And it's like everybody wants this fucking console. Even there was even a fucking event I saw where people that already had a PS5 could buy a second PS5. Like, well, motherfucker, I'm still trying to fucking find my PS5. Like, yo, I'm not paying no $1,000 fucking dollars for a PS5, bro. And I want the fucking physical edition, not the digital edition. I don't give a fuck about my digital games. So anyway, I hope it's not for the PS5, but in preparation, before, I hope the game gets released this year, bro. Like, toward October of this year, or toward August of this year. Hopefully it gets announced at least by August. I know, it should be in its, like, final stages of development, I'd imagine. It's been fucking 3 years, and really, with them porting over, I guarantee you at least 60 to 70% of this game into that game. They should be very close to being fucking finished with the fucking game. Almost to the point where they can literally announce the game, and tweak the game a little bit before they release the game. And that shouldn't be it should only be a few months after fucking, they should at least tease us or launch some sort of announcement now. It's been confirmed by tweet. The game is coming out. Like, come on now, I want to see trailers. I want to get hyped up for this game, bro. It's literally been 3 years. Now, come on, let's get a good game. This will be a 2021 release. So, I don't know. But I guarantee you this, right? For the future generations of consoles, right? When I get my PS5 and this game comes out for the PS5, which I'm sure it will, but I hope it comes out for the PS4, but if it does come out for the PS5 and I have a PS5, then I'm getting the physical edition for the PS5, yo, because I want to experience this game in the greatest looking graphics potential it possibly could go. That's just me personally speaking, though. Then again, I kind of want to wait around and see, because Sony always does this, right? Where they release an improved version of their console, like the PS4 Pro. They always do some shit like that. Well, imagine if they do a PS5 Pro or some shit like that, right? It probably won't be called that, but I guarantee they're going to release a second edition of the PS5, right? Where it's going to have some improvements over the first edition. So, I mean, hopefully, that doesn't happen, because then that would mean I'd have to buy the newer edition of it. That's what I always do. Hopefully the PS5 stays one continuous state. I don't think they're going to release the second version, but me and my buddy Dominic are calling it, saying that they might. It's a large possibility. So, I don't know, man. You never know. Anyway, guys, I hope that's kind of some good talking points. I know a lot of people that are fans of this game are probably saying the same shit I am, if not more, or even if not less. But if it's for me, man, it's definitely the music that makes these games, man. The punk rock music is just definitely wanted, and it helps. It's a good alternative for the racing franchise. And, with that being said, man, I want to make all my off-road fantasies come true. Oh my god, look at these fucking flip physics. Imagine these counted as backflips for every time I flipped. Nah, 15 plus backflips, yo. So let me get this straight. You can only do 360s, wheelies, front flips, and back flips. Maybe adding other vehicles is not such a smart idea.